to our show. We have a smashing selection of sounds and specials, spin the bottle, concrete, great sport. So we want you all to relax, sit back and unfasten your...
This is Richard Lynch. You're watching ilovelimerick.com, and today I am honoured, thrilled and flabbergasted to be with Limerick living legend. It's Paschal O'Grady, people of Tom and Paschal. I'm so honoured to be here with you today. We're in the Savoy Hotel, which used once be a theatre in Limerick, and I'm here with this incredible man, and I'm so honoured to meet you. Thank you so much for doing this.
A penny extra for it.
Tell me about your childhood in Limerick anyway, Paschal. You were born in Ellen Street,
I was
right?
born in Ellen Street.
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
There were 7 dead. And then it seems
7
like
of them.
passed away, unfortunately. 7 in total.
That's right, yeah. That's
They
right.
were big families in those days. Yeah.
My father worked in boys, which was a fairly solid job, like him here. And then at school, was there, St. Michael's School. And we went into the church.
That's where you went to school, isn't it?
Yeah. We used to serve Mass at St. Michael's, and I was an altar server.
Oh, you were an altar boy, were you?
Yeah, I was an altar boy, yeah.
So was I.
Were you?
In St. Joseph's.
I'm
Church.
telling you, we could say hi Mass now, and by God above, we'll leave him standing.
You're 92 now,
Yeah,
and you're in pretty good shape, I have to say.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I don't think
you
that-
are. Now, what was your first job? Like, what was your job originally before you became an entertainer?
Well, everything and anything. Of course, the war was on. Jim Carroll, I worked for him for over 12 months. And then I moved from that up to the Jesuits, yeah.
And what did you do for the Jesuits?
Sweeping, washing, cleaning toilets, scrubbing, emptying buckets and bins. I did that for quite a while, yeah, in the Jesuits.
And did you always want to be a performer?
You see, my mother, she was, and my father was forward enough thinking, but my mother, peculiar enough, was further. She decided we should get a radio. I mean, and we had got a radio in the street. Wow, half crown a week or something like that, because he worked in boys.
And you started your career in entertainment with the Scouts.
I was in the St. John Ambulance Brigade first, and one of the first cadets in the 30s and 40s.
And you joined the Scouts. Did you meet Tom at the Scouts?
I decided I have a go at the Scouts, because a few of the lads in St. Michael's were in the Scouts. And the first person I met, I always remember, was Tom Paschal and Joe Jones. Joe was a great lad. And Tom Paschal, and Tom got to me and I got to Tom because having a radio, I was one of the first people. I remember listening in 1937 to one of the first BBC programs. Tom was 10 years older than me. Like, he was
God bless him, he's gone 10 years now, isn't he? Yeah, over 10 years. He was the Scoutmaster. And how did you realise that the two of you had a performing thing together?
I had this habit of singing in a high-pitched voice, you know.
No.
Doro, Marie, I love you. And I think that's what brought Tom in on my side, because he could play on that, and we used to do duets and that and so forth. But we also had, Tom used to follow the radio as well, long before me. I mean, and so we were followers of radio comedy.
A very powerful medium in the time. It was the thing. Those were the days that you heard War of the Worlds on the radio, and radio was where people acted then, wasn't it?
That's right,
Yeah.
right. It was always kind of musically oriented. I mean,
And you still are.
Da, da, da,
And how did you go from performing at the Scouts to actually performing professionally
We used to
together?
do things in the Scouts. I mean, you know, we used to do what they call an indoor rally and then you have the outdoor rally, which was all running and racing, but they had entertainment in the indoor rally. And Tom picked me out, and I was to play this play called the Stolen Prince. I came out very well in that.
But how did you go from being like
Well,
to being a
Tom,
professional paid performer? Please tell me the secret, Paschal.
I don't know. All I know is, oh yes, Tom, we had a dance, you see. And fair dues, again, Tom was a great organiser.
A go-getter.
But he had great ideas. And he got this idea of a dance. But we performed in St. Michael's then, this dance. And one night, Tom called me out. Oh yeah, Tom got the idea of running a Christmas parade, like, and you picked up money, we all dressed up as various people. And it raised quite a bit of money. And then it raised, more money. And then to get the dance going. And the dance arrived that if you weren't there in time, you could be locked out. And there'd be mothers trying to get into the dance. Tom, he had this thing of getting things going. The dance picks up in St. Michael's. And 3 or 4 others had failed. Can't get much hard to get so-and-so to do the band. So he put
it all together.
Put more or less filling together.
And was that the start of you entertaining together?
That would be more or less the start, because I remember Tom called me out when I was to sing, you see, and I always remember I was pretty good, yeah. I was always pretty good on the singing and the pop scene, like, and then songs. And I remember there was a song come out, don't let the stars get in your eyes, don't let the moon break your
I know that song. They used to sing at my dad's pub.
At night,
Yeah.
and do light at night. And just during the break in the dance, you see, and Jesus, they took to it. And I had to sing the second, I had to sing it again. And then every week I'd sing something like, rain love, oh, let it be rain love, and Tom would play up to me in that end of it. So my voice was high pitched, so Tom could play on that. So that's what really came in on that.
That's how the act was developed into more comedy.
In 1956, was it 56? Tom came along and joined St. John's, and he convinced them. I mean, he convinced you. He talked and talked to you. He convinced you, like, he convinced them to put on a pantomime.
Oh, I've done pantomime.
No, there you are. No, this is 1956, a pantomime. They were looking for people to take part in the pantomime, and of course they advertised from the various masses and that. Like, and Tom played the dame, and
who did you play?
I played one of the comedians. Like, I come out and I did a rock number at the time, and they thought it was marvellous. They put it into the show.
You brought the house down, did you, Paschal?
Yeah, I didn't know. And by God, they ran for 3 nights, 4 nights. The priest, listen, it was over on Sunday night. Would you mind doing a Monday night show as well? Oh, what, man, please. So that went for another 3 nights. And then the pantomime lasted for 3 years, actually.
Wow.
Their pantomime. And then Tom decided that we'd do a rowing show on 1959? Yes. It was, they called it Christmas Crackers.
Wow.
At the
Mechanics Institute, wasn't it?
No.
Not initially?
The mechanics.
Yeah, yeah. And you did for 15 years, didn't you?
The first day I always remember, and there was a man there who went to that pantomime and went to the show. On that day, brought the kids, and for years he didn't go after us. So terrible.
Why, it was a bad show?
It was. Jeez, there was nobody there. Then myself and Tom, and a few other things, and it was a kind of a real get-together thing. And this started, St. Stephen's Day, right? St. Stephen's night. And then there was Saturday night, and then there was Sunday night, and Monday night, and then on Sunday I was walking uptown, and Tom was walking downtown. Go on, tell him, he says, booked out, he says. On the phone, no, what were people going to the show for? It was booked out. 4 weeks it ran.
For the whole Christmas, it ran for 4
At
weeks.
70 people a night, like, I mean, no. No.
But it ran for 15 years, didn't it?
But after that, it ran the first half week, and then next thing, bang, second week, third week. So that was the Christmas crackers. It ran into the 70s.
What road did you come out tonight? Oh, I showed the back road tonight, Master. The back road. You didn't go to the main road? Oh, no. You missed it. Missed what? Guards. Gardaí. Millions of them. I just been thousands. Must have been hundreds. All over the road. Where are they? In all the ditches. Up on top of all the trees. No. Looking for the special branch.
Is this true? Ye were the first comedy on RTE?
We were, yeah, on the first night.
Wow. And they asked you on national television?
61. It would be television. So before that, see, we were playing butlins.
God, you really were show business, weren't you?
I thought
You're playing butlins. Like.
Butlins.
No, really, like, they were playing butlins.
But,
And you made it to RTE. How did RTE being on TV impact your careers? What did that do for you?
well, it did a lot. It did a lot. Actually, I think we missed a lot of ourselves. We didn't push it more. We travelled on our success rather than our potential. Which as I look back now.
You would have planned it more if you had changed things.
Yes, very.
And you would have made, but you were just learning as you were going along.
I still maintain we were the Morecambe Moyes of Ireland, if we pushed it.
Who is it?
Cassie, me,
Noni.
How are you, Cassie?
Very well, thank
How
you.
you been on, Cassie?
Very well,
You're
thank
doing
you.
a bit of gardening.
I have, mind you.
Well, I'll sit down a minute, so I'm waiting. I'll sit down while I'm standing.
Yes,
How you
sir.
keeping, Cassie?
Very well, thank you very
Good,
much.
Cassie. Anything stirring?
No, I'm just doing a bit of ironing. That's all.
I saw you. Oh, what a lovely pair of drawers, Cassie.
John's.
Long John.
For instance, Catty and Noni,
Yes.
that became very famous on television. How did you develop two characters like Catty and Noni?
Tom was always on the dame.
And in drag, I love it. It's
Yeah,
it was revolutionary for its time.
The pantomimes, he played the dame. Tom liked playing the dame for some reason, putting people down and everything.
I could see why that would work. The dame is a fun part to play, isn't it?
Yeah. And you can let
And
go.
slag whoever you want.
Exactly, yeah.
Because Cathy and Noni were essentially Limerick. We were watching it this
That's
morning.
Right, that's right.
And it's so Limerick-like. You were bringing Limerick to the masses, weren't you?
Now, I'll tell you something. We were over in New York. We played Carnegie, you see,
I know. And the Royal Albert Hall.
and then Albert Hall.
Crazy.
Carnegie twice.
Wow.
But,
How was that experience of playing Carnegie Hall? Like Judy Garland played Carnegie Hall.
that's right. Yeah.
I mean, it's so iconic.
I don't know. I just
It's
went
a
out
bit
and didn't.
mind-boggling.
I enjoyed it. Like, I mean, that's it. Like,
It's amazing.
yeah, I didn't. It didn't hit me very. And that, peculiarly enough, it can come out now. But one of the reasons that we got to Carnegie Hall, Shannon Airport became the first free airport with the
duty-free.
duty-free.
Yeah.
The duty-free started this thing up. There was a fella always, and he knew your man coming in. And he said, "Why did you bring Tom Paschal over?" It was he basically stopped to mention it. That's why he picked us out.
It was Paddy's Day you played Carnegie Hall, wasn't it?
That's
Is that
right,
true?
yeah, that's right, yeah.
And you were representing Ireland at Carnegie Hall. But imagine, you were really representing Limerick.
Yeah, and it went very well. And of course he kept us then. Tom was a very beauty. Tom was a beauty, you know. The following year, well, okay, we played Carnegie. You rang me, "Hello, Jimmy." "Hello, Paschal, how are you?" Going on, "Hello, Tom." Look, we're doing our summer shows now, and we're going to make get our program together. Do you think we might be needed or anything?
Back at Carnegie Hall.
Yeah, I'll have a chat with what's his name. And he did.
And you played Carnegie Hall twice.
Twice, yeah.
Is it true that you then came back and you played community halls? You wanted to come back and keep your commitments to play the community halls in Limerick and in Ireland? Because community was important to you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But I mean, that was it. Playing Ireland was important. Yeah.
Why was it so important to you?
I don't know.
I mean, you think when you see the lights of Carnegie Hall that you'd be forgetting Limerick and you'd be forgetting Ireland, and yet you...
Yeah, but there are only a few Carnegie halls, you see.
You knew where your bread and butter
Far
was,
from me,
basically, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And even television itself, like, I mean, we quite a bit in it. But we could have done more than television.
Tell me a story, tell me a story, tell me a story, remember what you said. You promised me you said you would, you better get into what you could. Tell me a story, that's not good or bad.
If you could go back, is that what you would have done? You would have focused on TV more?
We relaxed into the show business that we were in, and it drifted. And then Tom's nerves used to come out. Oh, geez, Tom has fierce nerves at times. He'd be critical of other shows. Then they came on, which I thought was a good idea. And there was one. He didn't go for Father Ted, no.
He didn't like Father Ted?
No, he didn't go for Father Ted. No. I know. Other people don't like it at all. They're there's anti-priests and all that. I can go with anti-priest.
Father Ted is amazing.
Jesus, this is outstanding. But then, of course, I had show business was dropping that bit then. I had to get a few jobs. Kept me coming in. And I remember I drove for Eason's.
This was during your comedy career. You had to make money. Yeah. You had to make, you had kids, you had a beautiful wife, you had to make ends meet.
Yeah. But I remember I said, Tom, I got a job. I said, yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And what you call it? £75 a week. What? He said, 75. Oh my God, he couldn't come over there. I was making money. I was actually doing better working than show business at this stage. Because
when was this? The 60s, the 70s? The 80s. The 80s.
Yeah. It started to go on in the 70s and
so like when you became famous in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
And the 60s and the 70s, and then in the 70s hit, you kind of then needed to find another way to kind of bring money.
You could sense that the business was
changing. The landscape was changing.
It was going back.
Yeah.
It did change, and Eamon O'Connor said he put his own show, and himself and Tom had a bit of a dismissal. And
who's this? Eamon who now?
Eamon O'Connor.
Eamon O'Connor, of course, yeah.
He put his, and we put ours on. And from that on, I think it helped that the whole thing collapsed, because Eamon's show was very well done and very well presented.
You and we two could hug and kiss them, never tire. I'm on fire, you are my one desire. I am so lonely when I dream about you. Life would be so fair.
Looking back at your whole show business career, what is Carnegie Hall your favourite moment of your whole career?
Yes, I played Carnegie Hall because it was Carnegie Hall and it's nice to talk about it. But I mean, to me it was just another hall, basically. I mean, you know, a lovely hello and nice place to play, like, but I didn't walk out and say, oh my God.
I would have. Because it is so iconic though, you know, like Carnegie.
Yeah.
What is for you personally, what was your favourite moment of your career? Like, what was the thing when you look back that you smile about the most? Was it your relationship with Tom?
Well,
your friendship?
Not really. Like, when I say now we weren't enemies or anything, but no. I think it was dealing with the people and getting to people people talking to you and accepting you for what you were.
And appreciating your talent and your gift.
Yeah, I suppose so.
For you being in show business, how would that have affected your family?
I don't
I mean,
know
you
what
were
to think about
famous, like, weren't you? You were famous.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I was, yeah.
Yeah, you were famous.
I
Yeah.
suppose she's famous. I was well known anyway.
And did you meet a lot of fake people wanting things off you and wanting to know you because you were famous? Like, did being famous have a downside?
I suppose it would, but I never came across it. Like.
Yeah.
No, I never.
I just love that your attitude about life. Please, please, rub off on me. Help me, help me. Because you seem completely unaffected by your fame. For you,
Is it fame?
you took it in your stride. How much does Limerick mean to you? Because you always came home. You always wanted to be here.
It's my home, it's my family, my father, mother.
You love Limerick.
I do. I do, for God's sake, I do, yeah.
Well, it's the name of our website. Can you say I love Limerick right there?
I love Limerick.
I love it too. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people of Limerick?
Don't change, for Christ's sake, don't change. But I mean, look, be human and just do what you feel like doing, so long as you're not injuring anybody
Or hurting anybody. Everyone should be who they want to be.
If somebody asks you to cross the road, help them across, and that's it. You know, that's it. That's what it's about.
You're a very kind person.
Am I?
Yeah, I think you are. You are. You're a very inspirational person, and you're a very iconic person. Because look, he doesn't believe me. Well, you are, because even as a kid growing up, I knew who Tom and Paschal were.
Well, you would, yeah.
Of course, your name always came up, because I lived in a pub. Everyone spoke about Tom and Paschal.
Well, I suppose what actually happened was we came in, we were there all the time, you know, insofar as we would put on a show every year, and we did shows. I'd live in Limerick anyway, you know, but so that we were there.
You became part of the fabric of Limerick society.
I suppose so.
And you'll never ever be forgotten.
I was in the St. John Ambulance Brigade. I was Scouts. I was in what else was I in?
The Girl Guides.
Nearly. Yeah, but I'm involved in quite a lot of things around it. We started the swimming community.
My parents kind of knew each other, but they really met properly within the Simon community.
So you met the love of your life in the Simon community?
She came along.
And how long are you with Mary now?
God, it's a long time.
Since 1970.
1970.
That long?
Married in 70.
Oh my God, where did my
Married in
life
76.
go?
And are you as madly in love now as you always were?
Kind of, yeah.
You're very lucky. You're a very lucky person. Well, I just want to say it was an honor to be here with you today. And thank you so much for meeting us and agreeing to sit down and have the chats.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how to thank you enough. You made me... I miss my dad talking to you because your energies are very similar.
You're very easy pleased, aren't you?
Oh my God, I am the hardest to please person you've ever met in your life. Well, Paschal, we're going to do our sign off. We're right there.
Oh.
Is there anything else you want to say before we say goodbye?
Only just, I am who I am. I've never set out to do anybody any damage. As far as I'm concerned, there's nobody better than me, and I'm better than nobody else, than anybody else. As far as I'm saying, I get on well with people. I try to get on well with people because I don't have anything against them.
Yeah.
You know.
And why should we? We should all treat each other the same.
Really
Can we all listen to this man, please? This wise man. I'm not going to say old man. This wise man.
Yeah.
Can we all just listen to him? This is the iconic Paschal O'Grady. This is Richard Lynch. You've been watching ilovelimerick.com. This is my favorite interview I've ever done. I'm so honored that I got a chance to sit down and listen to you and talk to you. I love you. Thank you so much. Paschal, for spending time with us today. I really appreciate you. Are you going to bid adios to Limerick?
How far out is my head gone now?
Like he's swollen head, he won't be able to get out the door. This is Richard Lynch. This is the Paschal Radio, Tom and Paschal, and you've been watching ilovelimerick.com, and we're going to see you soon. Do you want to give a wave there, Paschal?
Limerick.
Thank you. We love you. You're a lady. Yeah, do you want to sing us out with a bar? Limerick, you're a lady, Paschal. Go for it.
Actually, I don't know the full word.
Limerick, you're a lady. The shining waters, tears of joy that flow. The beauty that surrounds you. I'll take you with me, love, wherever I go. While waking in the arms of distant waters.
Someone's daughter.
Someone's daughter. A new day guides me far away from home. And Limerick, you're my lady. The one true love that I have ever known.
There is an oil.
Thank you. You're the bomb. Give me a shake. My hand.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Fine out loud.
Thank you.
This is
That was awesome, people.